Dad's laughter exploded across the family dinner table. He grabbed my art portfolio, waving it like trash. Dreams? Olivia, you'll end up flipping burgers like your lazy uncle. Guests chuckled as he ripped a page. This junk won't pay bills. Give up already. I froze, tears burning, while he toasted his real successful son. But what he didn't see coming was the sketch I'd hidden in my bag. I'm Olivia, 28 years old. Yeah, that's me, the one they all pitied that night. I'm a graphic designer, barely scraping by with freelance gigs from my cramped apartment in the city suburbs. Rent's always late, and ramen's my best friend some weeks. Grew up as the quiet middle kid in a loud, pushy family. Dad ran a small accounting firm, always drilling us on safe jobs, numbers, suits, steady paychecks. My older brother, Alex, fit right in. He climbed the ladder at Dad's firm, flashy car, big talks. Me? I was the dreamer, sketching superheroes and logos on napkins while they rolled their eyes. Get real, Liv, Dad would say. I wasn't rich or connected like Alex. I didn't have their fancy dinners or insider deals, but I had something they didn't expect, grit that burned quiet and deep. It started years back, with rejection emails piling up. Not quite right, they'd say. I'd cry into my sketch pad, wondering if Dad was right. Was I just fooling myself? But I couldn't stop. Late nights, headphones on, turning pain into pixels. Family saw me as the failure, the one who'd crawl back begging. They mocked my hobby. But deep down, I kept pushing, one design at a time. If you've ever been humiliated by your own family, subscribe right now and share your story below. I read every comment. It keeps me going. That barbecue was when it all ignited. Our annual family cookout in the backyard, smoke from the grill mixing with laughter. I'd finally mustered courage to show Dad my latest client pitch, a sleek logo set for a startup. Vibrant colors, clean lines, the kind of work I poured my soul into. I handed it over, heart pounding. Dad, check this out. A real client loved my rough draft. He snatched it, eyes narrowing. This cartoon nonsense? My clients laugh at doodles. Before I could blink, he waved it high, calling everyone over. Aunts, uncles, cousins, 20 of us under the picnic tent. Look here, Olivia's dreams are why she's broke, unlike real achievers like Alex. Laughter rippled. My face burned hotter than the coals. Then the peak of humiliation. Dad grinned like he was doing me a favor. Let me help, kid. He crumpled the pages, my weeks of work, into a tight ball. With a dramatic toss, he flung it onto the grill. Flames licked up, paper curling black. Cheers erupted. That's right, burn the dreams, Aunt Karen clapped. Cousin Tim high-fived Alex. I stood there, fists clenched, smoke stinging my eyes. Why? I whispered. Dad shrugged. Tough love, Liv. Time to grow up. I grabbed my bag and slipped away, stomach twisting. But here's the twist that hit like lightning. The nosy neighbor next door, old Mr. Jenkins, had filmed the whole thing on his phone, posted it to local Facebook groups that night, tagging my freelance profile by mistake. Family drama over backyard barbecue. By morning, views exploded. Thousands, shares, comments flooding in. That dad's a jerk. Your art's amazing. DM me. My inbox lit up with inquiries. What started as shame went viral. But my family? They had no clue. Weeks later, the betrayals piled on, each one sharper than the last. First came the exclusion, subtle but cutting. Another family dinner at their club, steakhouse with white tablecloths and dim lights. Dad orchestrated the seating like a king, Alex at the head, next to him beaming over his latest bonus. Me, shoved to a wobbly picnic bench outside with the kids and paper plates. Dreamers don't get prime ribs, Dad whispered as he passed, plate piled high with juicy cuts. The smell taunted me, garlic and sear, while I picked at cold hot dogs. Inside, they toasted Alex's rays. I heard the clinks through the window. Stayed quiet, but it gnawed. Second betrayal hit at the next gathering, Uncle Ray's birthday bash in their packed living room. Photos everywhere, old family shots, Alex's promotion framed big. Dad grabbed the mic during toasts. "See this?" He held up Alex's pic on his phone, projecting it on the wall. "That's success, folks, not Olivia's finger painting." The room roared. "Finger painting," Alex chimed in. "Yeah, Liv, stick to coloring books." Laughter drowned me. I forced a smile, cheeks flaming, but inside, rage simmered. They didn't see me slipping away to my laptop later, pitching quietly to new clients. One gig landed, a small cafe logo, paid up front. I hid the check, fuel for the fire. Third one, exploitation, pure and sly. Dad called a week later. "Hey, Liv, firm needs logos. Do some freebies, family discount." I hesitated, but guilt tugged. Spent nights designing, crisp, professional sets, emailed them over. His reply? Forwarded to the whole family group chat. "Can't use amateur trash. Do it right or don't bother." Attached, my designs marked up in red. Childish. Alex replied all, "LOL, stick to freelancing failure." Public shredding again. Tears hit, but I wiped them fast. That night, I landed another paid gig, a book cover. Kept it secret. Resilience kicked in. Their cuts, they sharpened my edge. But how long could I hold? What they didn't know was I'd been building an online art brand for 2 years, quietly. Thousands of followers on my Insta page, @LiveDesignDreams. Mocked sketches turned into viral thumbnails, shared by influencers. I dodged their questions about my side hustle. Just messing around, I'd say. Stashed commission checks in a hidden savings account, growing steady. Nights hunched over my desk, mastering Adobe like a pro, turning family jabs into edgy art that popped. Dad bragged at dinners about family failures, clueless to my inbox buzzing with big brand emails. "Losers stay broke," he'd say. My follower count hit 50,000. Suspense hung thick. What if they found out? Then Mia entered the picture, my rock, my best friend since art school. She's a marketing whiz, runs her own agency, spotted the viral barbecue video blowing up, called me panicked excited. "Liv, this is gold. Your art's trending. Let's pitch agencies." We met at her cozy coffee shop, screens glowing. She coached me. Own the story, mockery to masterpiece. Together, we prepped a killer portfolio, polished pitches, stats from the video's 2 million views. Family arrogance hit peak, meanwhile. Overheard Dad on the phone with Uncle Ray in the kitchen. "Olivia's done. We'll cut her from the will if she doesn't get real. Join the firm." Laughter. At dinner, Alex mocked my flop career loud. "Still doodling? Pathetic." Mom's fake concern calls piled on. "Come work for Dad, honey. Stop dreaming." Tension coiled tight. Mia and I finalized the portfolio. Then the breaking point. Dad's email dinged. "Need logos now, Liv. Free. Don't screw up." Seconds later, my phone buzzed. First major contract. His top competitor. Huge ad agency. 6 figures. Game on. I marched into Dad's office unannounced that afternoon. Dim fluorescence buzzed overhead, stacks of files everywhere. He looked up from his desk, smirking. "Olivia, what now?" I slapped a portfolio down, thick, leather-bound. "This," I said. Pulled out my laptop, screen alive with stats. His eyes widened. "What the—" "Your top competitor hired me. Full campaign. Viral video from your help at the barbecue. 2 million views. Turned your joke into my launchpad." Alex burst in then, face red. "Dad, she's lying. Her stuff's trash. Mine's real success." I spun the laptop. "Real? Dad hooked you every step. My gig's pure hustle. 6 figures freelance this year. Followers exploding." Dad stammered, paling. "Liv, I didn't know. Impressive, kid." Alex snarled. "Lucky break. You'll flop soon." "Flops don't sign agencies," I shot back. "Your rants built my drive, but I'm done proving myself to you." Dad reached out. "Wait, let's talk family business." "No." I packed up. Your mocks freed me. Door shut behind me. Silence. I walked away stronger, launching my full studio that week. @LiveDesignDreams hit 100,000 followers, turned family mockery into my brand story. Edgy prints sold out.
Dad calls weekly now, voice awkward. Need design advice, Liv? Alex sulks, silent, no more boasts. Family gatherings, they scatter when I arrive, eyes down, realizing their loser outshone them all. I finally understood. I never needed their approval. If you've ever had to prove your worth to those who doubted you, hit subscribe and tell me your story. Where are you watching from? Drop it below. Your voice matters here.